Hello everybody, so my name is Danny Wells. I pulled over, I'm not driving, so I just thought that I'd just create a little video about something that I've been thinking about recently, and it's about creating a legacy. So when I first heard about Arbonne through my friend, one thing that really struck out for me, aside the financial aspect of this, which obviously is amazing, aside the great products that you can use, which again are amazing, and the fun, one thing that massively struck out to me was what I would call leaving a legacy behind. So what that means is, it very much played on my mind that if I was to pass away, I know that's really morbid, but if I was to pass away, what would people say about me at my funeral? Now, pre-Arbonne, what people probably would have said is probably not many people would have turned up, and probably what would have been said was, well, Danny, she had these 2 kids, she was a good mum, she worked at the opticians for a bit, she was a carer for elderly for a bit, and you know, nothing massive would have been said because I hadn't done anything massive. And that really played on my mind a little bit, because I thought, you know, we're all on this planet for such a short period of time, we should be creating some sort of legacy. You know, one of my friends was telling me about her granddad that recently passed away, and at his funeral he had 5 professors from a university that he worked with 30-40 years ago travel hours to come to this funeral to say this guy changed the world of medicine. He invented something that helped change things for other people, and he left that legacy behind. He got royalties from that as well, so every time it was sold there was royalties that came with it, and he will always be remembered for being that person that made that change. So that is leaving a legacy behind. So when I started this business, one of my immediate reactions was, a lot of people do Arbonne that are incredibly successful people, that, you know, lawyers, doctors, consultants, actors, actresses, famous people that financially they don't necessarily need the extra income, but they can spot a business opportunity when they see one. So I think there was a story about how David Cassidy's wife, Sue Cassidy, was involved with looking at Google when it was ground floor and didn't get involved with it. And then afterwards, when she heard about Arbonne, she was like, right, I missed out on the whole Google thing. I'm not going to miss out on another massive boom, and got straight involved with Arbonne. Because obviously we are having this is going to be bigger than anything. This is going to be a household name that everybody's heard of, like Apple technology. That Arbonne will be in every single household without a shadow of a doubt. It's going to be that big, like Facebook, Google, Apple technology, everything like that. All big crazes. So people are looking at this, and business head is thinking smart and thinking, okay, this is a smart business move to get involved with. However, most of the people that take a look at Arbonne are incredibly successful people in their own right, and then they're adding this alongside because it's a smart business move. Then there are people like me that are not maybe incredibly bright, not confident, not really successful in any way, shape or form. In fact, when I was first looking at Arbonne, I was on benefits, couldn't even afford my bills, so bills were being paid on credit cards, and the debt was racking up month after month after month. I think we were like 20 grand in debt before I took a leap of faith into Arbonne. And I kind of looked at it and thought, right, hang on, this is £56 to start a business, which was a lot of money for me, and it is a lot of money for a lot of people. However, in the grand scheme of starting a business, it's not a lot of money. Most businesses, franchises, are like £200,000 to start. So £56, I was like, okay, right, anybody can do this. If they really want to, they can do this. It's not impossible to work out how you can find £56. And then I thought, and it's a business that anybody can learn. You don't necessarily have to be a nutritionist, a makeup artist. You don't have to be good at speaking. You don't have to be very confident. You don't have to know a lot of people. You don't have to have a lot of time. So I kind of thought, anybody can do this. If they really want to, anybody can do this. All they need to do is dedicate to learning the skills to do this. So there are only 7 skills to be a professional, an expert at network marketing. Yes, they don't come like that. You do have to learn them and practice them, like you would if you went to do a course in podiatry or to be an ophthalmologist, anything like that. You obviously wouldn't just become it. You'd have to learn how to do it and practice it. So I thought, anybody can do that. Anybody can learn and practice these 7 skills, and anybody can learn and practice how to talk about these products, you know, products and the business side. So somebody without any previous experience like myself could come along and learn how to do this business. So therefore that ticked that box. So £56 people could find a way to find that. If they really truly wanted to make a difference in their life, they could find £56. They like me, you could find that. You know, it's not £200,000 that would be really impossible for a lot of people to find. They could learn the 7 skills of network marketing from knowing nothing. They could learn about the products from knowing nothing about good quality products, good ingredients, ultra premium skincare, nutrition, makeup, and all the other things that come along with it. They could learn about that, you know, that's not an issue. And then the other thing is that they could then teach other people to do that. So for me, I live in a small town, grew up in a council estate, which is nothing wrong with council estates at all, but I did. And a lot of people will look at towns like where we live at and say, you know, or they won't ever amount to much, you know, it's a rural town, you know, poverty, you know, they're not going to really get very far. And when you grow up in a town like that, or if you go to a school that is very much people on benefits, and again, there's nothing wrong with people on benefits at all, but what you do tend to find is a lot of people that are in that surrounding area will tend to not really push themselves very far because they believe they can't. That you will hear people say, I can't, I don't have the time, I don't have the money, I don't have the confidence, I don't know enough people, I don't know enough about products, I don't know anything about this, and they put themselves down and down and down. And I did it, and people that I was surrounding myself with, we always put ourselves down, we never built ourselves up. So I was then thinking, okay, in my town, what I'm going to do is I'm going to share this with everybody that I know in my town, because we all deserve this. We absolutely deserve this. So I went and told people, and I was like, look, you know, we can do this. We can find £56. We can learn about the business. We can learn about the products, and we can make a difference for our lives and our families' lives. We can get off benefits. We can make a change. We can create a legacy. We can be like the town or the people that in Arbonne are the people that broke the mould, because a lot of people that are really successful do really well in Arbonne, but we can break that mould. We can be the people that might have started this business without a penny to spare, without any skills, but we've worked with sweat equity, we've worked our bum off to learn how to do this, and we've done it. And we, you know, we've begun. There's only 4 levels of promotion. We can all get to the top level of promotion and show people that anybody can do this. Who wouldn't want to be a part of that legacy? Now for me, the only downfall with that was when I was so excited telling people, I was like, we can do this, like we can do this, because I knew we can. I was doing it, so there's no other reason why other people can't do this in my town and be like, come on, you know, we didn't have much chances. There might be single parents, there might be parents that work full-time and their children are in full-time nursery, that's what I mean, childcare, that's the word. And we can do this, we can. And absolutely anybody can. But what I heard a lot of was, no, I don't know enough people. So somebody's uncle's brother said it was a pyramid scheme. You know, there's too much happiness, nice people. It can't be real. That can't be the case. You know, it was like a cult or something. And people put themselves down with their self-beliefs. They put themselves down. Now I have low limiting beliefs and self-beliefs before I started Arbonne, but I looked at my children's little beautiful eyes. I looked at them and I thought, do you know what? I've got 2 choices here. I either look at your beautiful little faces and I make a change in our lives, and I find £56, I find a way to learn these 7 skills to be a network marketing professional enough that I'll be paid thousands of pounds to be asked to be a guest speaker on stage talking to people about these 7 skills. I can do this, I can learn this, anybody can. And I'm going to learn about these products and I'm going to share them with other people, because they deserve to know about good quality products anyway. They deserve to know about this. Or my other choice was, I look at my children and I say, darling, mummy didn't join Arbonne. I know it's big now and everybody's heard about it and it's in every household, but I didn't join Arbonne because I wanted to watch TV, I wanted to watch Coronation Street, and I didn't know enough people, and I didn't have the time to learn about the products, or I didn't really have the drive to learn about the skills to be a network marketing professional. I couldn't find £56, so I didn't get involved with that. Can you imagine if somebody sat there now and said that about Apple technology to their child that might be like 30 years old now and said, I didn't get involved with Apple. I was told about it, but I couldn't find £56 and I didn't really have the time to learn about technology. I knew nothing about technology and I couldn't be bothered to learn about it. And I wasn't really that bothered about learning about what they were making. So no, I didn't know many people, so I didn't get involved with it. Oh my God, I do not want to be the person that says to my children in 20, 30, 40 years time when they say, gosh, everybody loves Arbonne. It's like huge, isn't it? It's absolutely massive. And me say, yeah, I passed that opportunity up because I didn't know many people, or I didn't have the time to learn about the products. I didn't have the time to learn and practice the skills. God. So for me, I was absolutely on a mission to share this with other people, and I still am. That people say to me now, they're like, financially, you're just in such a good position now. Why are you still helping people get started with this because of the legacy. Because of the legacy, people deserve to know about this. They might not see this as a fit for them for whatever reason. They can't find the £56, they don't know enough people, they don't want to learn about the products, they don't have the time to learn about the skills. If that is their reasons and they can't see the bigger picture of how huge this is going to be, that's their decision. But my purpose with this business is to share this with people that deserve, they absolutely deserve to make this choice for themselves. They deserve to know they're being told about ground floor Google opportunity. They deserve to know that this business is going to be a household name. This business is going to be bigger than anything else people have ever heard of in our lifetime. We are going to be flipping huge, and that's not me saying, that's independent studies saying that. And they deserve to know about these products being better than anything else. People get a bit, they don't understand the products because there are no other products that are like Arbonne, plant-based and results driven. There is nothing else that even comes close to being as good as these products. And people are confused because they're like, but why are they so cheap? Why are they only say £40 when really they compared to the products that are in the airport sold for £800? There must be something wrong with them. But the reason why they're brought down so much in price is because we don't pay for advertising, shops, all the middlemen, all of that whole middle process, so they can be brought right down. And the reason why is because our founder, Peter Mork, was a visionary that was people driven, not profit driven. Have a look at anything that you purchase, where that's come from. Is that a company that's profit driven? They want to squeeze out as much profit as possible, or are they people driven? Not many companies are people driven. Apple Technology is people driven. That is very people driven, and so is Arbonne. But a lot of other companies, they just aren't. They're profit driven. They want to squeeze out every last drop of penny for profit. But Arbonne isn't like that, and people get confused by that. They're like, no, it sounds too good to be true. There's something in there, something not quite right. But there isn't. It's just that the founder was such a massive visionary for people, and that is how I feel. I want to show other people how they can get involved with this if they want to. If they want to be an absolute global sensation, a superstar, if they want to be leaving a legacy for their family where people will stand up at their funeral and say, do you know what? He or she stood for what they believed in. They stood for clean, safe, plant-based products that are results driven. They stood for this while the world was changing and turning heads at all the nasties that people put into these products. They stood for that change as laws come in to stop companies from doing this. They were part of that change, and not only being part of that enormous change in our environment, they also stood for helping other people. They took time to learn these skills and then taught them to other people. They coached and mentored other people to do the same. Imagine someone standing up at your funeral and saying that about you, saying that they took a leap of faith and they jumped involved with a business that some people couldn't see it for what it was, but they knew in the next 20, 30 years time how huge this was going to be. Like Mark Zuckerberg getting involved with he obviously made Facebook. No, he didn't know back then how huge it was going to be, but he believed that it would be. And look at it, and that's going to be like what Arbonne's like. It's going to be massive. So people standing at your funeral saying that you were brave enough and you had the courage to just do this. You know, you didn't listen to all those self-doubts, all the, oh, I don't know enough people, I don't know anything about the products, I don't know anything about this. Got rid of all those self-doubts and thought, what if this does work? Because that's what I thought. I thought there are 1,000 reasons why this might not work, but there's one big reason. What if it does? What if it does and I change my life? I get off benefits. I get to drive a nice white Mercedes. Not that that's the be all and end all, but it's an added bonus. I get to earn thousands and thousands of pounds a month, and I get to teach other people how to create success in their life that enables them to have choices. And choices are usually backed by having financial backing, and you get to help people. So that is just my thoughts of the day about creating this legacy and how passionate I am about sharing this with other people, whether they're massively successful or whether they feel like they're just not winning at life and life is not fun and they're just sick. They're sick of every day, like I was. Sick of every day. Like I honestly would look at my life and think it was shit. My life is shit. How do I make it better? If I know people like that, I say to them, let me tell you about what I do. It might not be something that you are prepared to give up some time and do, but let me at least give you that option. Let me at least tell you so you can choose. I'm not going to choose on your behalf. That's not for me to do. My job is to teach you what I do, let you decide, and if you do want to do this, I'm going to teach you how to be massively successful if that's what you want to do. So anyway, I'm a bit out of breath. So that's my thoughts for today. So I'll see you all soon.